the process video. If everything goes to plan, I'm going to have actually shared this final layout on the Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog for International Scrapbook Day. So this is the process video for a layout that theoretically should already be shown. So hopefully that's how this goes, because who knows, you know, best laid plans sometimes. So what I have, well, first off, let me show you. This is kind of what's inspiring me. I don't know if it's going to end up looking like this or not. It just depends on what I got going on. It's Lisa Sikorsky off of her Instagram. And I'm loving this like circle pattern and behind like this tall photo. It's a, you know, I don't know if it's a 4x6. It might be. I do like that. And that's kind of what's inspiring me. I don't know, again, like it's going to show out exactly like that, because what I have is, so I've got my Creative Memories cutter system here. I'll use that. And then I've got my photo, which is a little bigger than hers, but it's my daughter and my husband. I love these pictures. She looks so cute. She was 4 and he looks real handsome. So I love this picture. So what I'm going to use, though, I don't have a white cardstock in my kit. I have craft. And then what I think I'm going to use is, I'm thinking I might use this pattern as the circle because it's my biggest. I do have this, but I'm afraid that's going to be overwhelming. So I think I'm going to use this. And then these will be like my up and down pieces. I kind of want to introduce my mixed media because this is part of the kit and y'all have yet to use it. So I might do this as part of a stripe too, just for the heck of it. I might mask it off and so I can use it as a stripe. So, and then I think the challenge I'm going to try to do is use yellow as part of our, we have a bingo deal or something that Tara came up with, and use yellow. Yellow was one of the challenges. So I've got some yellow, and I've got some yellow in my embellishments and stuff. So I think I'm going to use these things. And I'm kind of, I don't have much left, y'all. I was not as prolific on my kit making as some of my fellow master forgers, which means I need to step up my game next month. So I'm going to build a bigger kit because I'm only able to get about 3 layouts out of my kit. So anyways, let me kind of get to cutting my circle, because see, I still need to mat this too. So I'm a little bit worried about myself here. If I cut my circle, I might can mat it. I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. I gotta figure that part out. I still have this, but that's too short. So I don't know. We'll have to play with this. So anyways, give me just a second. I'll come back on and we'll show you where I'm at. All right, gang. So what I've done so far is I have mounted my photo. I did mount my photo with the little word, the newspaper print that's on the back side of the big letters. And I had to sneak into my cardstock stash, y'all. I didn't have enough to mount my photo, so I've kind of broken the rules just a little bit, I think, and went and got a piece of gray cardstock. Now, I left that little bit in there, y'all, because I got that tape stuck to the back of my picture, and it was just kind of a mess. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to leave that in there. They can just see how crazy I am sometimes. So I've got my picture. I've got my circle. I did go ahead and use, I have a little marker. It's laying there. It's like it's kind of got a shimmer to it, but it's like a charcoal color. And I decided I wanted to outline my papers there. So I've outlined that circle, and I will end up outlining the strips that I'm going to make, because the, what's that paste or whatever I'm going to use it's kind of charcoal with a little bit of shimmer to it too. So I thought it kind of went together. So here's what I'm just doing here is just like I'm figuring those stripes. And again, I'm referencing back to the Lisa Sikorsky's design. I do stick kind of close to it when it comes to these little stripes. It's kind of when I start getting to the embellishments, I deviate a little bit. I mean, it's not an overly complicated one, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you it looks real different by any means, because it's definitely close, but I think this turned out real cute, so I'm happy with it. If I'm honest with you, it's when I do the mixed media, I actually have to kind of tweak myself, because I probably could have done the mixed media a little bit bigger than I did, and I didn't. So I have to kind of adjust myself a little bit. But here's where I'm just picking these different papers to kind of round out my little layered bits here. And also my photo's bigger, so that's the other reason I had to kind of tweak the when I put the mixed media down, I'm going to kind of tweak it just a bit and see how that's going to go. So I've kind of, honestly, I should have showed y'all at the end. I didn't, but I have really, really used almost every bit of the paper up in here. I did use, honestly, pretty much, I cut into everything, and there's only like little bitty scraps, and I was able to feel not guilty at all about throwing them in the garbage. So, and I say garbage, I mean, you know, the recycle stuff. And so, I have killed my kit already, and it's like the 5th of May. So I'm going to have to definitely make bigger kits next month, I think. So also on the layout on the scrap lift, she had like a little frame, and I cut that out of that little piece of neutral cardstock there. It's real thin cardstock. I hate to use the word cardstock. It's paper, but Now, here's where I'm deciding, okay, I'm going to use my mixed media, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to come up above. I didn't want it to look real square, though, and that might be what gets me a little bit in trouble and why I was a little bit cautious about going too high. But you can kind of see that it's this pretty shimmery kind of charcoal color, and I'm going to put this in here, y'all. Saturn's going to supervise. You're going to see her in just a minute, too. I have to let this dry, so I'll go away for a little while and then come back to it, and she'll come back again. And you'll see her. She's going to demand some love, and you'll kind of see that. I'll point that out because it's kind of funny because it's while I'm doing the scrapbook layout, y'all. But here's where I'm just trying to get this this paste kind of down in my stencil. Now, I also kind of mess up because it does kind of, it gets on top and everything, and then I go to lay it down, and I kind of get a little bit smeared, just a tad, but it's not bad. I mean, I'm able to kind of see I laid it there, and it's like, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have done that because it smeared it. But you can't tell after I get the photo and everything down there. So I'm just making these two little sections. Theoretically, if this were a piece of paper or something, I could have either cut the paper so you don't have to, because the picture's going to go over the middle of that area there, and that's why I'm not going all the way through. So now you can kind of see, and so when I get the picture on there, you're going to see in a second. This is after it's dried, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm kind of organizing this so I want the mixed media, oh, there's Saturn. I want the mixed media to show, but it's not almost, I almost didn't go far enough apart because my picture's quite tall. You can kind of see that. And it's almost the same length, or if you want to imagine it as that letter paper. So I have to kind of offset it just a little so I can still see my mixed media. Again, I'm not unhappy with it. It's just not exactly how I planned it. So that's okay. No big deal. All right, so Saturn's kind of checking me out here, and she's going to demand in just a minute, I think. I don't know. Oh, I realized my paper was upside down, y'all. So anyways, I'm going to kind of glue this stuff down, and I'll get into my embellishments, but I really don't have much embellishments left either. Now, the purpose of this challenge is to use yellow, and so I will end up using the letters that are yellow. You can see my little spots are kind of yellow. I don't know if I can call that cardstock yellow. It's more neutral than it is, but it's kind of got a yellow undertone. And so I'm going to put all this stuff together. What am I doing next, y'all? I think I'm going to start kind of dry fitting things. Nope, I'm going to glue my picture down. I contemplated putting it on foam, but I knew I was going to be putting stuff on top of it. Oh, no, next I do the title. No, I am going to dry fit that little tag. That says the best daddy or something like that. I thought that was so cute. I'm going to end up putting that actually off the picture. I lay that there for a moment. That's not where that's going to go. I decided the title is going to be So Lucky. In my mind, I think my daughter believes the same. She is so lucky to have such a good daddy. Even today, he'll go and she's almost 25 years old, and he goes to see her every couple, 3 weeks, helps her with a fit camp because she has a nutrition club down outside of Houston, and he goes and helps her with her fit camp, and he loves his baby girl. So I think she's so lucky. That's why the title. I did put the lucky word up on foam, which is why I didn't put the picture on foam because I figured I would do that. Here's where I grabbed this little Vicky Bouton leaf. It's got a little kind of yellow on the end, right? I hope I'm not stretching too much. I hope you guys are seeing the yellow like I am. I looked at that Route 66 over and over and over because I really wanted to use it because it does have yellow, but I do not end up using that, y'all. That little pointy tag thing there says loving this. I'm trying to use all the embellishments I have, and then I almost forgot one, y'all, so I have to come back in a minute toward the end. Here's where I am looking at what can I use as embellishments, because like I said, I don't have much of nothing left. I got that ticket, I got that sticker, almost much of nothing left, and I almost forget, like I said, I almost forgot the little Brad, and I'll come across that in a minute. So then I look at the little word, the letters here, and I think, you know what? The center of them O's look kind of like enamel dots, and so I'm going to start using the center of the O's. So here we go. I'm going to start making those like into little, I'm just going to use them kind of like enamel dots, basically. I'm just going to build little clusters. Here's where I was telling you, Saturn is coming over here, and you'll see her in just a minute. She's going to stand up and, look, Mama, she says, look at me, and she's shoving her head onto my hand. She wants love, y'all. She says, give me some love. I want you to love on me. And she settled down for just a second, but she's definitely all up in there because she wants some love right now. But I'm going to take these little yellow pieces, the centers of the O's is what I'm using. And they're not exactly little circles. They're kind of a little bit of like almost teardrop shape, but not 100%. They're round enough, but I'm just going to put those around. And then I'm going to glue my little pieces here down, include my little leaf. And we'll take some Nuvo glue, and I'm going to glue my string for my, let's see there, look at her. She wants love, y'all. Should I pet her? I do pet her. I will pet her eventually. Not right this second, though. This is what I mean, though. Sometimes, like, I know she's doing that. Oh, there, I see. I pet her. I knew she wanted some love, but I'm like, honey, I'm trying to finish my layout. So I'm going to take my Nuvo glue, I'm going to use that to glue my little string down. This is kind of simple in the end, if I'm honest, because I ran out of embellishment, so I don't really get to add too much to it. But I'm going to start picking all this stuff up, and then I'm going to look over and realize, oh no, I've left my brad. See, here's me looking at that Route 66 again. I'm thinking, I fit up there, can I fit it there? It just isn't going to work, y'all. It looks goofy. This has nothing to do with cars, nothing to do with nothing like that. I'm like, can't add it just for the sake of adding it. So I set it to the side. And this is where I remembered my little brad. So I pulled off the little brad with the yellowy stripe things on there. I will snip the little pins off, or the little, I don't know what those are called, the little metal legs. I'm going to snip those off, and I'll get me a little foam dot to stick up underneath there. And I will set that right about there. And then that is honestly all I'm going to do layout, y'all. Once you see that put down there, that's kind of it. I don't sprinkle anything. I contemplated drawing a line around the outside. And now I'm maybe kicking myself. Maybe I should still do it. I don't know. But I kind of like this anyway. So anyway, here's the slowdown. You can kind of see everything up close here. It's, like I said, it's kind of simple, but I think it's gorgeous. I'm really happy with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog and the Facebook group. Tons of stuff going on. Everybody else has ginormous kits, so I think they're going to have a lot more layouts. And we will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.